Hey guys, welcome back to Lyrics Divine. I know it has been forever. I'm currently on vacation for like a weekend because of the hurricane. So since I'm up, up in Virginia, I finally was able to get my tarot cards. So I wanted to do a reading for you guys. I did not even show you, but I am in the process of trying to make my own deck. So these have like markings on them, so they're kind of like oracle cards more than a tarot, if anything. So I did these ones like a while ago, these specifically, which is like the at the tarot. And then I also did these, well these I did like a while ago. And they have like writing on them, so they're actually really rude. Like, I wouldn't watch this if you really like hate me and feel like everything that I say is about you. Then you probably don't want to watch it. Also, it's really hot in here. I don't know if I can take this light off of me, but if you take everything personal and you think that I'm just stalking you with tarot or whatever weird shit you probably think about, don't watch this. Go ahead and click off, because this is gonna feel like it's directly towards you, and it's not, because I wouldn't even know you. I would not even know who you are. But yeah, it's raining. I wanted to go to the bar to get some food, so we'll see. So we're gonna ask the angels to come forward. I look so red because I'm so hot, like I'm literally on fire. So we're gonna ask the angels to come forward today to clear the energy, to clear any energy between me and you, to ensure that we feel comfortable, we feel safe, we feel grounded, and that the messages make sense. So what is the, okay. Oh, I was gonna say, what's the overall energy? Ooh, this is tough. Okay, so this is the Knight of Cups, which is more coming off, and it says the cup of glass. So it's making me feel like you need to be really careful off of like what feels like it's the best option for you, or what is like satisfying a certain part of you, because it could look like a cup of like juice, or a cup of like overflowing like the Ace of Cups, but in reality just like a cup of glass. I think it could also mean someone who's on meth. I think isn't that what they call it? And this came off, and it says act natural. Yes bitch, how can I fucking help you? The fuck? Queen of Swords. So this is very cutthroat to the truth of it. So it's something like I would watch your drinks. I would make sure if it's not like, if you are not in like this perspective of like being around people who could mess up your food or something like that, you definitely want to make sure. It's reminding me of like my grandmother. She makes these Jello cups, right? She's actually, no, she's a Pisces. I would say, I have a card in her card, but it's a Pisces card. And when she makes the Jello, she always say like, she used these very like high-end china glasses. So she's like, you know, be careful, don't use like a real spoon. You have to use a plastic one, or the glass could break in the Jello. So this could be one of those things. I feel like you could, I don't know, I mean, it could be good. It could be good. It could be something that's like positive, of course. And then on the back of these, it says ginger and so above, and as above, so below. If y'all didn't know, I am a ginger, by the way. I didn't just come up with it. And let's see here. What else should you be aware of? Like, what's the scene? Like, what's the overall energy? Because I feel like we've been like consciously in like this whole, what do you call it, like tunnel of freaking bad news after another. Like, it's always something. There's always going to be something. It's always going to feel like it's some kind of like crazy shit going on or something like that. And you also should feel like there's some kind of, oh, this is my grandma card. There's some kind of like higher reasoning for something. So we have Jessie May, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Also, this is like the closest thing you'll get to seeing what Blackfoot English writes like. It's not Chinese, but this is what it looks like. So there could be like a grandmother energy who's rooted in the Queen of Pentacles kind of thing. My face is itchy. I don't know if your skincare is important. If it's not your skin, it could be like Christmas, because my grandma was really big on Christmas, like, or hell. She's not in hell, but maybe she's aware of hell, you know, because she did pass away. For the luck, hell for luck, bad luck for bad, what the fuck am I trying to say? Bad things happening for good luck, like superstitious, or like something like that. I don't know. This says, let's see. I'm gonna put her card back. It's confusing me. Let's go to the other deck. Maybe she just popped out. She's an Aries, by the way. And I do be tapping into my grandma energy because I could not even before. So, I know what I'm talking about. Queen of Wands. Definitely who the Queen of Swords is trying to talk to. The Queen of Wands is always like, okay, you manifested what you manifested, and I manifested whatever I manifested, and whatever you see as good, even if I didn't manifest it that same way, since I'm around, that means that I'm just as better than you. And this says, exactly why and wrong. Here I am, though. Saturn cursed, wrong. What's up? It's like, what's the point? Didn't that motherfucker want to switch to putting down their burdens every time you address them? It's like going into hiding and then like only coming out when somebody aggravate you, and then you the only person who go into hiding when this happened because you set up a trap for somebody else to get caught, and only you trigger it. So it's a trap for yourself, if that makes sense. It's kind of crazy. It's a mind boggle. This will be our last card. So I didn't want to pull this card out, but this is interesting because the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, this is what the Queen of Pentacles know. The Queen of Wands is messing around with the King of Wands, right? So he's always going to be like, no, not really. What are you talking about? He's not really of stature, if that makes sense. And they probably in love. But the card that came out was the incest card, so they're actually also related. Oh, look. Through their grandmother. So this is like grandma tea, because a grandmother showing the difference between somebody who is related to them, like their children, and what other grandmothers like in reality is dealing with. Like that's probably, so this would be their grandmother, like the Queen of Pentacles was mine. So that's kind of disgusting because they be really like liking each other, honestly. And that's what her attitude is always like. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. I already did what I needed to do. And then the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands is like, once you let this go, you'll truly be happy. I'm in love with blah, blah, blah. It faded out. So the King of Wands is actually not in love with the Queen of Wands. But it could be on drugs, the two of them. And they in love with drugs to the point that it manifests a balance. That's kind of fucked up. That's not even what I want to get into, because what the hell? This would be like celebrating Valentine's together, going on trips together. This is like they live together, they're married. Everyone's like, I'm not kidding. Like this is, that's crazy. This would be like some kind of, oh, there's another story going on. Oh my God. There's another story going on where the person could be talking about, like, if not you, somebody that you know. We got the crack card. This is crazy. So they could be talking about somebody that you know. So there's this thing that's going on where people are trying to be prophetic, and in reality, they're just on drugs. Do you know how much money people pay a crackhead to do a reading for them? Y'all don't understand. And the reason why it don't work, you would think, oh, they out of their mind. They really must be tapped into that shit. Like, they're not. Because they can only tell a story. Like, it's like watching television outside of the house and then only telling a story based off of the sound that you hear, but it's also on mute. You know? But it's different. Some people could do that, some people can't. When you throw in drugs, man, that throws off a whole nother thing, right? That's some other shit. I have this theory that the last crack rock has been discovered, and everybody's like losing their mind. Like, what would the world be if it all just ran out of crack? Probably a better place, to be honest. Like, if you're suffering from addiction, then I pray for you, but like, the world could run out of weed, you know? But usually people stop smoking weed before it runs out. So this must be for somebody specific, because this don't even make sense. Who is homeless? Ooh, y'all are trying to switch this into frozen in time. It's considered the new homelessness. I'm just fucked up. That's fucking crazy. Y'all are trying to switch this so bad. Like, y'all want this to be like, I don't know what about it makes you scared, because I could sense it. Like, you're probably thinking, oh yeah, I'm a chemist, making sure that my products don't mix like some motherfuckers who be into some crazy shit. You're telling yourself a lot of good things, but at the end of the day, I'm sorry y'all, I need to take my allergy medicine. At the end of the day, these are one of the things where you have to separate yourself from, because it wouldn't make sense. Like, it's like trying to fix a car, getting under the hood, doing an oil change, and the car is not there. You know, that's why it don't work. Maybe this is what people are trying to push. Like, this is their energy. This is what they kind of try to manifest. But how do we solve that? You don't want to take any leaps of faith right now, because the Fool was upside down. if you do, you could consider like crazy. So, excuse me. Don't take a leap of faith. It's probably best not to. You need to be expecting, like, there's always going to be something else. There's always going to be another layer to this information that is always going to be like, that's how you need to look at it. You don't need to look at it like, oh, I'm so tired of this. I need this to slow down. Or I need this to stop. You need to be like, okay, this is what I've been training for. What else can happen? Like, this is probably as worse as I thought it could get. And the universe would probably think, your shit probably not worse, but it does. What is that behind me? Oh, the chair. But it does get worse. And it's crazy. Maybe you're taking a trip soon. Maybe you're going somewhere soon. So what about that? What about your travel? Damn it. Oh my God. This is fucked up. This is brother and sister and aborted baby. That's the what else. Maybe they came, like, I'm tired of talking about these people, to be honest. These are like brother and sister, whoever these people are. And they've conceived children. But what is this? Maybe you're scared to take a road trip because of that. That's fucked up. Like, this is some crazy shit. Like, what the hell? Planned idiot. Damn. Texas Hold'em. It's a gamble. Right? Like, they're taking a gamble in their life with the situation. And like I said before, that motherfucker penis is small. Because even in the motherfucking excuse me. That lizard, this is sad. This is sad. Because it's like, dang, y'all going out bad. Honestly. Because why do I need to know this? Like, not me personally, but why would you... excuse me. I had to sneeze. You know, some people think that, like, if you sniffle, you could be, like, on drugs. But drug addicts be having drugs in their nose that way. If y'all ever try to, you know, do some shit like that. That's fucking crazy. What else? Worst hand. They don't count their dreams as reality. Like, they don't see their dreams as like 3 or 4 as being real. Your dreams is like a separate reality of something, you know? But anyway, what's the one message? Somebody could be sick. I don't want to say they got a disease. That's extreme. I think that if they could be like, what do you call it? Like, every time they leave this person, they get a cold. If that makes sense. Which is terrible because they're not good when they're sick. Like, it may be like a migraine, a really bad sinus infection. Like, it's like every time. Like they're twins. So like, if you, I don't know, like if their breath is like not in the same room, something else in the air causes them to like have an allergic reaction. And it's something so small that they could go and get like medicine for. but and they're gonna be pretending to cry. That's the thing. Like, they're gonna be so emotional. They're gonna swear up and down that they didn't know, and they were so like blindsided by it. They would have had dreams about it. That's why they don't consider them real. See, the moon is an illusion, and that's also Jessie Mae's card. But this is like, so she comes back out as a different card, but it also shows a fairies. Like, I have fairies there, so she's deep in the realm of what's illusion and what's not illusion. So if you have like an Aries grandmother, you should definitely tap into her energy, or even if her moon is in Aries, because it just completely and entirely helps break apart. As you can see them walking down, like, she changes from like the Queen of Pentacles drops the money, turns it into the moon, and then walks away when this is the hand. And I think people don't realize, people be thinking like, oh, this is the Queen of Pentacles is gonna say the Queen of Pentacles. But no, like, this is the after tarot. Like, she has to move. Like, she goes and she, like, you know, does not tolerate it. She could be very, like, she has cancer. I think this is a cancer card. My grandma didn't have cancer, actually, but the person, like, this person, it could even be cancer. It could be like leukemia. It could be like, what's that 5 feet apart rule, but like opposite. It's something where their energy is responding rather than their body, which is kind of crazy. And then see, this one says, this one at the top, it says, Texas, where are the stars? I'd rather die. And okay, finally. Okay, bitch, finally. So this energy is like, these people are standing strong in whatever feelings that they have, where they're like, oh yeah, like, this is just how it is. And these people are just like, that's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to know. That's all I'm gonna freaking worry about. That's, at the end of the day, I'm never gonna be pressed about anything else. And see, even the Knight of Cups moves. The Knight of Cups says, minding my fucking business. They were able to drink and turn a glass of cups into juice. And I don't pay you to be nosy. Thanks. So the fucked up part about it is that these individuals' energy could be these people's boss, which is fucking crazy because they don't know that. So they're thinking they talking to a regular person, but no, this motherfucker signs their paycheck. And it's like not firing somebody, not because they're signing their paycheck, but because in the midst of this, it could have been like really bad in productivity, to the point where they're like self-sabotaging and they're having dreams about being productive, but in reality they're not being productive. So that gives them a reason to be fired. And these type of person, they don't believe in firing people. Like, they would not even believe into it. Like, it would be like giving somebody a job is like giving them like a new life. So you know, you take care of it like nurturing a plant. They're very particular about that. Who the Knight of Cups is, I don't know. They're not really showing up kind of as a specific person. Even the Four of Pentacles. But these people definitely have a lot of like investment into things. But it's like these people keep attacking these people. Like, whether it's just like energy, like they just keep like, every day they think, you never know what's gonna set this motherfucker off, you know? And those people are tired of it. And the only thing that's kind of bridging them together, it could be the dreams of possibility just for people changing. But as soon as they flip and say, oh, I'm not sorry, like, actually, I don't care, actually, I'm not regretful of anything, then, look, it was worth it. It was Britain. They're not even, that shit's fucking crazy. Because they're hiding the true identity. Like, it's like, oh, these people are in a connection and a circle of people that these people will never be around. And somebody is looking for these people specifically from a different country that these people know. And they're like, well, I'm not going to tell you to jeopardize my employees. Like, That's fucked up. Like, what do you think I am? Like, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that my motherfucker gotta eat. That he gotta, you know, do this. This girl, they have to live their life. As soon as they flip, this is why that person goes into hiding. The Queen of Pentacles. As soon as she go, okay, but I'm here, and they probably be like, right, that's right. You here, you did what you did, and that's, you know, you living your life. You stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here. But it's when they go out, because they're not following any religion, because it says no Bibles. So they're not following any kind of religion. So when they don't follow like, religion is structure. It's very structured. So when they don't follow that, they become a threat to these people, because these people don't follow religion either. So it's their beliefs versus these people beliefs, and these people believe in incest or like other shit that's like drugs and stuff like that. So, and then they're holding Texas hostage because they're not swinging in their favor, because Texas energy will swing in the favor of the King of Pentacles, the Pentacles, in order to move this around. But like, they have to have suitable people in order to change. But Texas is staying in a standhold, because it's like, do y'all know who y'all about to hype up? Like, do y'all know who y'all just fired? Like, do y'all know who y'all just, like... And these people 100% are out of... It's like a hostile takeover of a company, and the person with majority of the shares is not there. So, you actually can't do that. So, that's just how that works. Because this would be 3 major industries. It could be sports, medicine, and finance. There's some people who have, and Texas Hold'em could be legal. And they could that's the reason why they would be in this situation, because they would have the legal understanding of it. And they're ready to, like, move the energy, but these people won't get it. You know why? Because it's motherfucking Ace of Swords. It's frozen in time. And homeless. And it's a come-up story. It's like, he really came from the bottom. And all the cards are over here, actually. I thought they were under there. This is the other story that everybody else is trying to move the energy away from. And on the other hand, here's the legal evidence of everything, right? And this motherfucker here is looking for underdog. Can't do that because the spiritual realm of that is all they've occupied it all. So that's hell. That hell card kept popping out. That's literally hell. It's gaining sympathy from hell and being nurtured by the devil. Like, not even on some, like, I know y'all be so fucking high and mighty and think that your shit don't stink. But in reality, it's assumed happiness. But being worshipped by the devil, not even worshipped by the devil, but being, like, nurtured by the devil is like a lion licking you to tell you to calm down. But you have to remember that a lion has, like, sharp-ass tongue. The tongue of a lion can rip through skin. So as soon as that motherfucker, this wound that would have been cured with this, if that motherfucker just would have went into a legal perspective instead of a spiritual perspective, he would have gotten peace, right? So it would have been like a movement of energy, and nobody is dictating it. Nobody would be like, this is when they come in, they're like, okay, that's human violation of shit. Like, you can't treat nobody like that no matter what they did. Like, at the end of the day, that person still is a living human being, and I'm not God, basically. But this motherfucker, he's gonna flip And it's gonna be really bad because it would be like lower vibrational energy trying to nurture you, but they have wounds, sexual healing wounds that are not healed. So everything this motherfucker does is gonna make him feel uncomfortable. Like everything he sits, basically taking time out. Everything is, the only thing he can do is stay frozen in time. But at the end of the day, the problem is the motherfucking the Queen of Wands. Because this bitch is going to move by nature, by animal, by lizard. She's not going to stay, she can't stay moving. She can't stay sitting. If she stays sitting, like frozen in time, she could be sitting, but she's not frozen in time. Like, she's trying to take over the Queen of Pentacles position by staying seated and thinking that remaining seated is like the best idea, but if you sit too long, you lose your legs. Then you have to send other shit for you. And whatever that motherfucker sends, it completely entirely, somebody could be dealing with like schizophrenia or something, because it manifests into like, not saying all schizophrenia people be in that, because that's not what I'm saying. But it could manifest into that motherfucker seeing something else. And as soon as, like, if that motherfucker goes and sees, like, a bird or something, it's gonna flip that nigga off and it's gonna freeze everything. Like, hell freezing over. Honestly. And this is, like, the main thing that's going on. Because you could be like, well, what the fuck does this gotta do with me? Nothing. It actually don't have nothing to do with you, because in reality, it's just being in touch with reality. Like, it's like, this is what reality is at. Instead of thinking reality is just like this other place where like all of a sudden you think this or you feel like this or that. No, like that's reality. That's where reality is at. That's where reality is sitting. And this is a perspective, like, this is what y'all watching on the news. This is what y'all waking up every day and hearing. Like this is not out in secret or like an occult. Like, this is completely and entirely like in your face kind of thing, you know? Which is aggressive. It's really not so like really like that, but I don't know, bitch. That's some fucked up shit, to be honest. Like, that's hard. That's really tough. That's honestly very uncomfortable to be in, because you didn't show up, or even me, like, we didn't show up in the deck at all, you know? So you could be looking like, what the fuck is going on? I'm thinking, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And everybody's like, what? Like, all this shit is happening, and now you're thinking to yourself, like, I honestly have no fucking idea. And all this shit is moving. Like, the Wheel of Fortune, if we take it even off of Texas, like, the Wheel of Fortune is like, better times are coming. So this could be like how you've been maintaining the energy of things, and then like it switched over to somebody else's management, and they is losing their fucking mind. I don't think that they can't handle it. I think that they're finally having like an internal experience spiritually within a workplace, and a lot of people don't experience that. So it's kind of crazy, because you would think like this is how life is all the time. But all right, y'all, that's it. Thank you. I'm also not doing personal readings right now. So yeah, this is just because I'm in town and I found my deck. So thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.